Hoi hoi! It's louisity again, and for this video, I'm gonna be rereading Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. Hoorah! So, I really like this cover. I really love the color brown, obviously, if you folks know me and have been watching my videos. So, yep, I decided to, reread the series, and this is gonna be the second rereading vlog, of course, for the second book in the Percy Jackson and Olympian series. So, join me in my reading journey or rather, rereading journey of Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. Also, I'm currently watching a video from Gerald the Bookworm. Hoorah! So, I'm already on page 30 of Sea of Monsters, and so far, I'm feeling like some kiddie vibes with it, it's like Percy being, of course, in school, and finally he was able to last until the last day of his 7th grade, and Matt Sloan, another bully in the school, so, yeah, and it's kind of like the school that he's in is very lax. It's like they just let the kids go, whatever they do, which is like, not sure if that's the best thing, but you folks can judge it yourself when you read it. And finally, Annabeth comes back, and, when I get to see Tyson again, who seems to be, of course, a lovely character. I remember him when I first read Sea of Monsters. So, yeah, I'll catch folks later. Whoa. So today I'm already on page 75. They already arrived in the camp, and Tyson was already claimed as the son of Poseidon, wherein Percy's still overwhelmed and still, kind of in denial of actually, thinking that Tyson is his half-brother. And gosh, the camp is just getting intense again, and what else? Yeah, I'm already in the part wherein, Grover and Percy are having this empathic thing, like telekinesis, something like that, telepathy, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, I'll see how this story goes. And since I am rereading this one, I kind of have already a vibe of it. So I do remember some of the parts that are coming, but I think it would be really great to reread them again. So catch folks later. Whoa. So I'm more than 100 pages done with Sea of Monsters, and so far, after Tyson was declared as a son of Poseidon, Percy and Annabeth are still kind of like, still trying to take it all in and still in the process of accepting it. Clarice was chosen for the quest, going to the Sea of Monsters, the whole numbers that the Grey Sisters gave. It had something to do with the location of where the Sea of Monsters is. And Hermes meets Percy and gives him some stuff for him to take and sneak on the quest. So I'm definitely looking forward of what's going to happen next. And I kind of know because this is going to be a reread, but yeah, looking forward to see it again, and perhaps maybe, my memory is going to be refreshed. Fresh take. Whoa! An update for you folks now. Percy and the gang, Annabeth and Tyson, already went to the Princess Andromeda, and they saw Luke, and screw Luke. Mm-mm. And fortunately, he is also after the Golden Fleece, and he also knows the coordinates. So that is some, no, not some. It is trouble, y'all. And they pass by the East Coast. They pass by Virginia Beach, and I think they also pass by Chesapeake Bay. So that's a cool thing about, when I read Percy Jackson, the Olympian series, or even Heroes of the Olympus. There's like geography. So just a reminder, this is a reread. And they also met Hydra. And I like the part wherein they were talking about franchises, because, like the quote-unquote bigger brands out there, if you notice, it's like they're everywhere. Like here in the Philippines, McDonald's, Jollibee, and KFC or Kentucky Fried Chicken, they're like everywhere. Yeah, and 7-Eleven, Mini Stop, Family Mart, they're all over the place. So, yeah, and what else? They met Clarice, and Clarice, I think, knew something about the Oracle, rather, there was something about the Oracle that is not exactly the best thing, but she hasn't said yet what the Oracle told her. Whether she will succeed or fail, we have yet to find out, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm definitely curious of knowing it again, if ever that, the crevices of my brain do not, stimulate it. Anyway, I'm going to be eating my midnight snack, so I'll catch folks later. Time for another reading update. So far, here are some key points from the last time that I read. Now, we met Circe, and definitely I'm looking forward how she's going to be portrayed if I'm going to be reading Circe by Madeline Miller, and how Percy was turned into a guinea pig. Oh, that scene was quite intense. I love the action there, And what else can I say? Yeah, we get to find out about Annabeth's history with the Cyclops, and also she talks about hubris, because there was a scene wherein she thought that, what is happening. She was kind of like sort of hypnotized by the siren, if that's kind of like what you call it, but I bet there's another term. But yeah, it's like she mentions about how you believe that you yourself like have the power to like create the world, and that's an interesting thought. What I noticed about reading so far, well, I've reread The Lightning Thief and I reread The Sea of Monsters, is that there's a lot of like points wherein it's gonna make you contemplate. Like some of the quotes, are, yeah, it's gonna put you into a thinking state. It will make you reflect about things in life. On the other hand, so far my experience in rereading Sea of Monsters, it's good, but I think with The Lightning Thief, it's a lot stronger. Lightning Thief has more action-packed, and there's like more of a vivid, or like kind of a, it's kind of something that's gonna like, woo, propel you. But this one's still pretty good, Sea of Monsters, and we'll see how the rest of the story goes. So catch you folks later. Whoa. So right now I'm watching Elast, or Elast debut showcase. So yeah, I'm wishing all the best for these folks in their debut. Yep. Folks, now I'm only 2 more chapters left before I finish rereading the Sea of Monsters. So they already retrieved the Golden Fleece. They were able to defeat Polyphemus, if I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And, you know, Clarice realized that what the Oracle told her about, you know, she would need the help of Percy and Annabeth and Tyson for this mission, for this quest that she has. And, you know, they all sail again. Clarice is on her way to to bring the Golden Fleece to Camp Half-Blood. And then, you know, Luke kind of tried setting them in a trap, but Percy was quick, so yeah, they were able to do something about it. And that revelation of Chiron, for those of you that have read, of course, the series, folks probably know already. And for those who have yet to read it, you're gonna find out. So hopefully by tomorrow I get to finish, you know, rereading Sea of Monsters, and I'll tell y'all my overall feedback. So catch folks later. So I'm a chapter away from finishing Sea of Monsters, and I decided to, you know, give you this update because I just want to share out these thoughts. And I like the part wherein Percy and Hermes had a conversation about family. You know, he mentioned about, like, there was like this scene wherein he said about family relationships and even like godly, you know, relationships are messy, but always keep in mind that we are a family. And kind of like what's happening now, you know, it is really messy, you know. And I was thinking about like you know, humanity, and maybe at some point, you know, we will all unite. Lord knows when that would be. And finally, when I read that part where Percy acknowledged Tyson to be his brother, that was just like, I remembered reading it, and that's what struck me during the first time that I read Sea of Monsters, and I just love, you know, seeing that scene again. So I'll catch folks later. Hopefully I get to finish the last 10 pages. Hoorah! So I'm already done reading The Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan, or I should say rereading, and that ending was like, boom! Yeah, that was like, that blew me away, you know, that was mind-blowing. And I'd say overall the story was enjoyable, not as like enjoyable compared to Lightning Thief. I mean, to me it's like the zing was different during the time I was reading the Lightning Thief compared to this one, but still a pretty good one. You know, I realized that I like the Lightning Thief more than the Sea of Monsters. Upon rereading it, I thought that this one struck me more. Yeah, it's just that like missing that zing, you know. The excitement is not as like ruined compared to how I felt when I was reading the Lightning Thief. So yeah, I'm giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. What I loved about, you know, so far rereading Percy Jackson, the Olympians series, is that there's so many like thoughts that were said that would make you contemplate that I did not notice during the first time I read it. And now that I reread it, now that I'm a bit older, those are actually very thought-provoking thoughts. So things that you can contemplate, like society, family. Family is a basic unit of society, so what are your thoughts, folks? Feel free to comment down below. So I guess that's about it. If you folks like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, click that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon somewhere down there to keep yourselves posted about my videos. And also be putting down the links and social media handles, so feel free to check me out and follow me there as well. As always, thank you super much for watching. Let us continue seeking for wisdom and unleash the reader in you. Bye, y'all.